Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you are here with all of us today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, what to do instead of being a male fixer. Your masculine energy is a strong part of you, whether you are in a female body or a male body. We're going to focus on the masculine within the male today. And we're first going to view the masculine from the social model of being the heroic, strong masculine that is not affected by anything that can rattle its cage. The Hollywood old cowboy version of masculine that has remained throughout the American culture and also supported many cultures around the world for the masculine to be the hero through solving problems and creating solutions, plowing through a situation, getting to the other side of it unscathed. And that's not really possible when we are really connected into our whole self. Being a male fixer means that you jump into conversations a little sooner than what was really needed and trying to find a solution for a situation that needs more of your support and your help as a listener, as a friend. We all have to explore and go through life situations to find out what's real for ourselves, what's true to ourselves. All of us go through pain and hurt, disillusionment, fears, and most of us don't want really a quick fix. We want to be able to explore and find what's true for us. Those of you guys out there who had moms where you found yourself supporting them to solve problems, figure things out, and they depended upon you, you can relate to being a male fixer, perhaps a little faster than one of you fellows out there whose mom was independent and self-sourcing, meaning she connected with the source within herself of her truth. She had a connection to her divinity, her divine self. I'm not talking about a religious belief. I'm talking about a stable, secure connection to what she felt inside of herself that she needed to listen to. When you fall into trying to fix something prematurely, it sabotages the experience of awakening. Most women want the experience to find their own answer. And traditionally, women are raised in most environments, not all, to doubt themselves, to fear what they're really thinking and feeling. And the traditional value that's embedded in a woman is to turn towards the masculine for that outside support to feel like who they are is okay. So what you can do as a male is to help your woman friend, woman partner, or woman lover to find their inner masculine, not by even having to call it that, but the masculine is the one who directs thinking. It's connected to solving what a person feels. And yet I'm talking about intuition. So if you're supporting either a man or a woman who has a strong intuition, you want to help them be able to frame, structure what they're feeling into a plan, into a aha moment for them to realize what's really best for themselves and or the situation. Sometimes suggesting to take a deep breath and just drop down into one's heart and one's lower belly and inviting your friend or colleague or partner to trust the first insight, input, or feeling that comes up through being connected down into their body. As soon as you help a person come out of the whirlwind in their head, in their mind, you're supporting them to become whole. And the masculine and feminine unite inside the heart. You can also support by inviting the person that you're with, speaking with, you're hanging out with, you're having dinner with, what they really feel. And then support them to go into the feeling and into the strength inside of the feeling through the door of vulnerability. You know, what happened if they went in that direction? What happens if they go in that direction? How would that feel? And to first go into the feeling level instead of jumping out to fix it, which is the need to put out the fire, to smother the flames, to shut down the creative process, to shut down the reunion with the creative urge to discover one's own truth. That's a phenomenal gift that you can give someone that you care about or that you just want to show up for just because you want to be in your humanness. And yeah, this is what true humans do. They actually really, truly listen. And I have a feeling that you're one of those people that you listen, you want to know how to show up. As a man who cares but hasn't been taught how to really care, except through taking care of someone else's feelings or letting someone, a man or a woman, live through you and then taking on what they're feeling as though that is a quote unquote manly thing to do. Taking it on is not necessarily the highest path here. Supporting the other person's truth is, and being able to hear it. Sometimes when you hear the other person's truth and you've been really working hard to, I want to say, really bust your ass in what you're doing, working diligently, you can get so caught up in your own identity, your own role of being what you want to be to feel good about yourself, that it's really easy to not hear the other person. Instead of fixing, listen. and try to do nothing until there's a prompt that happens from the other person where you can feel, oh, this is how I can show up. This is how I can really be of value, to really be of service, to be of help. Otherwise, you put yourself on a pedestal, on a preaching box, telling somebody else what you think and you believe, and talking at somebody instead of really with someone. So as you listen, stay in yourself, really feel connected to you. It's so easy to leave oneself, lose oneself, and listen, and let the other person connect into you so that you feel safe in yourself, of worth, that you are of value. Remember, being a fixer is someone who has to find their value. Your value is the essence of you, whether that emanates from you through creative insights, strength, courage. But remember, it's about your presence, being fully there in yourself instead of leaping out of yourself to solve the problem being presented or your perceived value, perceived insight, perceived reality of what's really going on. If you have a strong intuitive take, a real connection to what's really happening in front of you, really connect into source within your heart. Really make the wiring happen. Turn up the dial. Be in that place in yourself. And from that space, allow the other person to find what's true for them, what's real for themselves. Most of us have been raised in families being told what to do and how to do it. So all of us have to discover, really find out how to best discover what's true for ourselves. When it's time to fix something and the screw has, fallen out of the picture frame, or it's time to change the old-fashioned battery clock on the wall, that's fixing it. Oh, or if something breaks, that's a different kind of fixing. Remember that it's your love that makes the greatest difference in the other person's life that you are showing up with. It's the way that you look at that person. If you were raised with judgmental and critical eyes upon you, really practice to open your heart when you're speaking with, just in presence, being with another, so that the depth of your presence is so valuable that the other person opens up in their own heart. And that's what a female or male really wants. They need the space to explore, more space, less rigidity, less pushing what you feel is right onto another person. And if you were made wrong while you were growing up for your opinions or insights, this is especially and doubly important, because when we're made wrong, we create that ego self inside of ourselves, that voice that still makes us wrong. And I feel like that's one of the most difficult things to bust up inside of ourselves. That when life gets hard, when we are facing unexpected challenges. Perhaps we have a sudden change in our life, relationship change, a home location, job shift, a money crisis, something that really jolts us. Yeah, we want to fix it. And sometimes we have to really create that plan to know how to move forward. And oftentimes that is our inner masculine for both men and women that puts into action the insights of our inner intuitive, powerful life force energy that's saying, act now, move now. I need you. Show up for me. So your inner masculine, whether in a male or female body, has to go through the inner transformational work to awaken yourself out of the patterns, the dream like habitual responses to yourself, to work, to others, to your self-image, to life, to money, and to be able to connect your inner masculine with your divine energetic self, that part of you that is light, to literally bring in light, to transform the fixed part of you, the masculine that was most definitely trained either consciously or unconsciously to perform, to show up in a certain way. This is the great work that's needed on our planet right now. The new male, the new masculine is emerging in both men and women. To allow the answers to come, to allow the vibrational frequency, the knowledge and the wisdom that's within the moment. So what happens when you're trained as an actor, actress, and you're in a role and you are responding to that frequency in that moment of either shutting off and separating from yourself, the character, or you're going into it to break through, to find your holy grail, that connection within your inner truth self. So instead of fixing, you want to find the truth that's really bubbling up and emerging in the moment. And in the Spirit Gateways Institute courses that are part of the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village, you are taught how to find your gateways into yourself to bust through, break through into that greater joy and peace, the strength, the true power and love within inside of yourself, and unify into union with your whole and true self. I'd love to invite you to subscribe at my website to receive an incredible weekly video class right into your inbox for free every Saturday morning, and to find out about the Global Village and what that looks like and all of the other free events that I offer. And in the Global Village, you are given the option to work one-on-one with me or to be in a really supportive community where we are diving into the themes of awakening so that you can really make the shifts you want to make. Thanks for being here for yourself, for others, for all of us. And I hold you in deep love and always here for your leaps through your quantum space of awakening into you, holding you in deep love. Until next time, this is Ayana Lehi